When I was younger, maybe around 13 or 14, we had a Rubik's Cube at home that had been sitting there for years. Whenever I picked it up, I'd just play around with it, mess it up even more. I genuinely believed it was impossible to solve, so I never really tried. One day I watched a movie. It was The Pursuit of Happiness. There's a scene where the guy solves a Rubik's Cube in the back of a taxi, and I remember thinking, what? It was actually possible. Back then, I went on YouTube, followed a tutorial, and learned how to solve it. But years later, now I picked up the cube again and started solving it without hesitation, no doubt, no second guessing, and I realized that this same object, this same problem, once felt impossible to me. I was convinced it was a scam, but nothing about the cube had changed. Only what I believe about it had. Sometimes we don't go after the things we dream about, not because we can't, but because deep down we've already decided they're impossible. That belief becomes the wall, and it keeps us stuck in places we never had to stay. The first step toward achieving anything isn't knowing how, it's believing that it's even possible. Because once you believe something is within your reach, setbacks stop feeling like proof that you should quit. Mistakes become part of the process. You try different ways, you learn, you adapt. Even the greatest artists, singers, or writers we know today had nothing at first but an idea. If they didn't believe that idea could become real, we would never know their names. Life isn't the same for everyone. We're not all playing with the same cards, and some limits are real and outside of our control. But a lot of time, it's easier to blame our circumstances than to be honest with ourselves. It's easier to say I couldn't anyway than to admit we never truly believed we could. And that belief, or lack of it, quietly decides how far we're willing to go. Some limits are real, but many of them are built in our own minds. And the moment we question those limits, everything starts to look different.